doing well enough that you expect him tomorrow?
Yeah, he's in with the trainers now, but uh, looks like he had a good day.
Mattias too.
Yeah, looks like he had a good day too. He's doing post practice therapy, and so we'll see how everything comes to that.
Couple, a couple stitches for Benson. They're puck in the mouth.
I'm not sure if he got stitches that fast, but he did get, puck in the cheek, and kind of scary. But it looks like he's going to be okay.
Anything different with Kesselring, or is he still about the same?
He's getting better, walking better and doing better. So we're just progressing him.
Seems to be, I don't know what to call it, like a quiet confidence among players that they're in a good place. They've figured some things out. Have you sensed any of that over the last few weeks, that they're in a good place and there's that confidence? I don't know what to call it, but do you know what I mean?
Well, first, I think you got to believe in what you're doing. You got to believe in what you're doing will lead to wins. I still will bounce back to the last 20 games where, even with people out of the lineup, some young guys up, we played winning hockey, the type of hockey that would allow us to win games, to be a playoff team, consistent hockey. And I think there's an understanding now that, if your game is direct and if it's predictable, it creates speed for your team. The chances go down when you're going back into your own end. The chances usually go up going the other way.
You have expectations of what you want to see in some areas. Some areas you have hopes of what you want to see, but just how curious are you that it's finally time to actually play games and see what you have and see where it's going to go?
Yeah, I think we're all excited. I think we're all tired of looking at preseason video and practice video, and now let's put it to the test. Against the other team's real lineup, and you can look past. Well, maybe we didn't have all our people, and they didn't have all their people, and let's go to work and prove that what we've been working on will make us a winning hockey club.
Does it ever get to a point in training camp where maybe you got to change it up a little bit because you might be losing the players a little bit just because it's kind of the dog days of training camp or whatever?
I think, Paul, that's what really the weekend was about, was to try to, get us together. And, 5 days of practice wouldn't have been healthy. And, I think getting away together and doing what we did was good for the team. We've tried every day to work on something that's a little bit different, from 4-on-4 to today a little bit more special teams and 5-on-4 and 5-on-3 and areas of our game that we're really trying to improve. So I think the best way to improve is to continue day in, day out, do the things that make you good. And some of the things that maybe you're not the best at, you practice it so you can get better. And that's really been our focus through these last 3 days.
The emphasis for you over training camp has been be a good defensive team. When the puck drops tomorrow night, how important is it that is the priority, whether it's being mean, whether it's being physical, especially with UPL not starting between the pipes tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it is important. We've talked about if we're going to be doesn't matter who the goalie is, we want to be a better defensive team. So that breaks down to, again, we can go to puck management is number one, managing the game and what part of the game you're in. If you want to look at the way we play defensively, it's making sure you're doing your job and keeping plays to the outside and limiting the high danger type of opportunities that we've identified that hurt us throughout the year, and that, again, I'll say we got better at in that last segment of games.
We've seen this team start hot before, but how important is it to really kick the door down on this season and to keep it?
It's important in this league to get off to a good start. We didn't get off to a good start last year. And you get behind and you're chasing it all the time, then there's not a lot of room for error. Even though we did catch up and we got ourselves, a couple months later, we got ourselves in a okay spot where we were in the playoffs. You have no room for error. But when you start off in a good place, it allows for those couple injuries not to kill you, and it allows for maybe a a tough week here and there.
This break has been good for getting guys back healthy. Do you like having a week between the end of the preseason?
I think
to
it's
now?
exactly what you just said. This week has been good. Typically, you'd like to have played yesterday. A lot of teams didn't play, and there's teams that, like us, won't play till tomorrow. So, in our case, with the number of guys that we had out, it's been a good thing for us to have the 5 days.
You normally want to have that kind of time, though, like finishing up camp?
No.
Okay.
Not normally. Normally, I'd prefer 2 days of practice, a day off and 2 days of practice, and then let's get at it.
Alex Lyon, with all the experience, what he brings, why was he an important pickup for this team, and what is his value to this team?
I think when you're looking for somebody to complement your goaltender, we've just targeted him that he would be a good guy to bring in. His record proved he can go out and play winning hockey. His numbers were good, so we were looking at somebody that could step in and help us win hockey games.
What have you noticed about the competition between Ryan Johnson and Jacob Bryson? It looks like one of those guys will get a shot here with Kessel right now.
Yeah, both players have played well. I think Bryson's experience gives you a little edge sometimes, where he's been able to play. Even late last year, he was playing against some of the top lines and doing a real nice job for us. With RJ, we know we've got a guy that can add a little bit more physical side to his game. He can be a type of guy that can get to pucks in a hurry. Although him and Bryce are both really good skaters, so we're kind of comparing the physicality with maybe a little bit of veteran savvy.
All your history here, both on the ice and behind the bench, just going into the season, how much responsibility, pressure do you feel to get this thing right here?
Well, honestly, I feel like we've put ourselves in a good spot. Yeah, you do feel it. You want, first and foremost, you want something for the fans to wrap their arms around. And for me, that's important. Come to the rink and see a team that's going to work extremely hard, that's going to claw and scratch for every inch and get themselves in a place where you're competing and putting yourself in the playoffs by the end of the year.
I know you haven't been around Tage, real long, but what has he grown into from your standpoint? I mean, he's taken his spot among the league's best goal scorers. He seems like a pretty good leader, but in your own words, what has he kind of grown into?
I think the best thing you could probably say about it, when you need a goal or the game is kind of on the line, he's the guy that has been able to step up. He's scored a lot of important goals, a lot of first goals. You look at, he's committed to trying to improve his game, like 5-on-5 and away from the puck defensively, which is, that has to be a group effort. So he's open to becoming a better player in small areas.
I know you're very optimistic about Yuri Kulik and his growth, but did you on purpose put him with two veterans like Tuck and Zucker, or does it just work out that way?
I think you kind of talk about, what you think can work. And you look at his role last year, late playing with Benson and Thompson for the most part and doing a real good job. He really liked his game. That he can be a guy that can score big goals. He can skate with the best of them. He can defend well. We're looking at, a guy like Tuck who can score, and can those two guys kind of complement each other the way him and Thompson did, or the way Norris and Thompson are, and that would give us a really good 1-2 punch with the top two lines. So that's kind of a lot of what we talked about when we put that together. Thanks.